Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. That is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. From the gun, here's Newton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. This will be fielded at the 17. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start on the ground with Kelly. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Push him back. Push him back. Check. Watch the safety creep. Check 26, check 26. Joker. Sponge. No.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Jackson will look to throw it. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 40. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title. Play action. It's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. A heck of an effort there on the scramble. Leaves him with just 3rd and a yard. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And this one is right down Broadway. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and
rare.
Excited is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front. And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Check 4, check 4. Showing it.
On 3rd down, Mixon. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Right there.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Kill. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54 in order.
Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target. And it'll bring up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down. Then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Right 54. 54.
From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. That's caught by Kelly. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it off, but they were able to execute it successfully on that play.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
At the 28-yard line.
What's that? 180? 56, right there, 56. Great, 20. We got this. Check 3, check 3.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. 3rd and 15 here after the first and second down plays went in the wrong direction. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
He's got the first down inside the 10, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes our score 17-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But now it'll be third down. And the Bengals on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Now Newton. He'll have a first down past the 40. He's got his man, Boyd. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Mixon with a first down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
56, right there, 56.
On 1st and 10, Newton eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it'll be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
You can't block me.
There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton, he gets this one to Boyd. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run and get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
56.
Newton now to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Tucker with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Just like that. Just like that.
Now Joe Mixon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Ready? 180. Spike 56. Hey, check. Tight end left. 3 down.
Now on 2nd and 13. Newton can fight it. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Let's go. Check 3. Go.
Running right with Kelly. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Check. Check hot route. Hot. Check 24.
They'll run with Kelly. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Mike 55.
Now it's Jackson rolling to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Watch 55. Watch the out. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Hey, rush.
Now Kelly going to throw on 3rd and goal. And the trick play doesn't work. Good reaction there defensively, and it'll be 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Tucker's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. After the interception, here's Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Here we go. 50 set. And read. 55. Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback, D-line.
They go play action here on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now to add the point after. And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score Ravens 34, Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Bengals take over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go. Here we go. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, check. 59. Express.
3rd and long. It's Newton. Gets it to his running back, Bernard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Newton to throw. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it. But it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this. These linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs. And they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now, that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. He'll buy some time right. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Ready? Check right, check right. Watch 55. And watch that, and watch the ball.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Here we go, here we go. I'm scared. Eat. I'm scared. Alert, same on. Flare.
On second down, it's Kelly. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with third and still 9 to go.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready up. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 22. Jet. Bomber. 22. Jet. Bomber.
on third down. Jackson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And what can they do here on 2nd and goal? 3 red zone trips so far have yielded 2 touchdowns and a field goal.
25, check 25.
They run with it. It's Kelly, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. So they're back at the 7 now for 3rd and goal.
Watch the pass, watch the pass. Here we go, here we go.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now. You know what? I know it's 4th down and they've got a big lead, but go for it.
Yeah, and why not, right? Because they have the big lead. But don't you have to have a little bit of admiration for these guys on the defensive side of the ball? They've been shoved around this entire game, and they're making a nice goal line stand here. It would be fun to see them stop them on 4th down, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's like putting whipped cream on broccoli at this point.
So what you're saying is they're going to go for it on 4th down. They're going to get it, aren't they?
I would. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Newton. They'll roll him out right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the 50, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away.
We got this.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He completes it to Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Rolling to his right. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From the 41, Jackson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make the play on the football.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, the 40, 30. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And now the offense for the Bengals being called back out as they'll try to add on 2 more.
I smell fear in that offense. 36. Check. Lucky. Let's go. Come on. Twist. 8. 81. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. Here we go. Great.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 23-yard line.
Check back. Mike, 55.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. The quick feet by Jackson. And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, here's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack on first down, Newton, and this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. They snap it to Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Cam Newton now getting his guys ready to go for the 2-point try.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Throwing again is Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means it had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick.
There we go. Let's go. 50, hey, hold on. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Deuce, deuce. Deuce, deuce. 66, pull it, now. Tackles, tackles. Back 50.
Now a play fake here on first down. Complete to Kelly. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short game when he took off running.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down.
And that's another big-time run. And it sure looks like the leverage game is being won by the offensive line. They're the low man on just about every snap, and they're winning, pushing back the defensive front and creating great space for their runners.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
Check right. Watching your five. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Check. Crunch. Tight dog. Check. Shift.
Jackson now. They'll roll him out right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone.
All day, baby. Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
56. You must be. Gun. 56.
On 1st and 10, Newton to Mixon on the check down. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Now it's Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And the Bengals on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Now Newton. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that's caught inside the 35. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st. Now Newton on 1st down. This pass complete to Higgins. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Newton now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it.
And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Here's Newton. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it towards the end zone for Brown. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
He's checking crap.
On second down now, it's Kelly. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Check. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
From the gun, Jackson steps away. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards. Newton on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
On second and 10, Newton. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, Newton. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete. It's 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And my goodness, another interception. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Ravens, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
To up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast. Cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll you when I'm in a mud league. 2-0, 2-0, Madden time on you suckers. Y'all can't get close, so why you wanna touch us? Cause my team is so hard, my team is legit. Madden 20, Snoop Dogg is, now get it. Big Snoop Dogg, it's in the game.
I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, how about it? How about it? You want it, you have it, you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, how about it? How about it? Rep for your bro, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat for the streets, you can do it. Ain't built for the weekend. Sweet, this sugar, one man army, but get deep. Watch what you doing. I ain't damaged goods, damn it out the clay. You wish you could. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful, I'm up in the field. Saw it in my eyes, it was the Tiger Hill. Gon' jump off the line and see the flight of field. Rewrite your history off this line right here. Your best bet be ahead, easy to get rich or dead trying. This ain't never new, I just be 10 steps instead. Snooze I won't, I can't lose, ready, rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make it next move your best. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I'm keeping it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Paper stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal. Yeah, say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I might just blow my wheel. I keep it so for real. Who feeling that glowing hill? I'm giving they soldier chills. My jewelry code is chill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah, let's go. Get first off the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way, right before the deal.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. I'ma tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest though. I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my credits are off. Every
gold tanks. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue One, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find the social fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up. Greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more bars than a Shawshank.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Get to here with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Eno. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they sell.
That's why you treat black men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell. hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way. Cause my bro's on the way. I got stones on my gold. I got loads in my safe. Had a 7-figure summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Set up getting thick, so I put it on display.
What is wrong is I make a joke everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
From Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down and get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better